All right, hello everyone. So today is Monday, 18th of September. Now this week is well, this week is like last week. We're going to have some opportunities. Last week also was like good. I said the whole month of September is actually really good to trade, and we should be getting in some swings. If you took care of the swing days that I get posted last Monday, you could have caught the swings on most of them, pretty much all of them. And today I've also posted the Astro hours and the swing days already in the members area, right? So they're already there. This is gold. Now put the Astro hours here as well. I've lined them up here. As you can see, we've got a few lines here. So this zone is going to be interesting for us. So what we want to do, first of all, let's take a look at our technical analysis. Okay. It's a new week. So here we are. The first resistance of the week is 51.42, and that's 1935. So we're going to put 1935 there. Okay. So let's call it 19th. Well, let's make it 1936. Okay, so to be exact, let's just do a round number. 1936. So if we break above that, okay, on a pullback, we need to go up. Why? Because this is a weekly going upwards. Okay, you can see the trend is also up in this direction. Now, last week, if you take a look at the daily, all right, we had this breakout here. We still have room to come down into gold here. But as you can see, once this breakout happens, we've got targets up here. Okay, we should still come down here. Okay, we should. Okay, but going back up is obviously first going to need to happen. Why? Because the market moves in waves. So, we just need to understand that this is how it is. Let's take a look where that could go. First of all, that's the weekly breakout, and that 60 on the weekly is 1986. 1986 is out there, as you can see. So I'm just going to mark that in because it's the first target on the weekly, and that could happen. On the daily, let's take a look at those targets. I got 1940 there, but the 62.63 is what we're interested in, which is here. 1938, 1940, which matches this zone as well. So 1938 and 40 is going to be our target there. Okay, so this is going to be our target zone, and that's your daily break. That's the 51 is your breakout there, 1935. You know what? I'm going to make this 35. Oopsie daisy, 35 there. All right, so this 35.41 is actually going to be a target for us on the daily. Also, you can see that that's where it is. And if we get there, should we sell there? Not a bad idea because this is where the market sold off. Okay, so if we get up into that zone, selling is not a bad idea to push further down. Also, let's do this. That kind of matches this zone here as well. Okay, and there. So we'll see how that pans out. Too many lines, you can get rid of them. I'm not going to get rid of these because these are Mercury and Saturn lines there. That's my Mars line over there. All right, so we're going to keep that in mind. The white line doesn't have anything, but that's already done. Remember, we said we'd come up for a goodbye kiss. That was a breakdown. Comes up, goodbye kiss, sells down. So we go back up again, and then we could push down again. All right, this is either a sweep or we're going to sell again. In any case, though, if we go up first, we should sell because we need to fill in here. All right. Now, this zone is 42, 1910. So the market can push back down into 1910. We don't have this, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. 1910. 1910 is the first support on the daily. If it comes down here first, buying to go up is not a bad idea at all. And on the weekly, yeah, if it comes down before going up into 1935, I would buy it. Okay, at the Astro hours. The places to buy, you can also buy on the weekly as well here, or like I said, 1910 is not a bad spot to go long. Okay. So at the Astro Hours here, what Astro Hour is a good one? Well, as you can see, I've got a few here, right? 5 of them to be exact. So it's a bit tricky here, but 10 o'clock onwards is looking okay. So what you might want, this is 8 o'clock. Let me just check the it's 7:50 actually. 7:50. The time now is 7 o'clock. I would let this one go, okay? As at 9 onwards, anything around here in these, if we're up at a level, even up here is okay. This is where they sold off Friday, as you can see. So selling back again to come into the weekly or down here is an option. If it does that before it goes up, you can sell off. If it goes up as well into this 1935, 1941 on the daily, it's not a bad place to sell. The market should retrace and come back into a gap fill, which is going to be again that between 1910 and 18 still should be coming back down. Okay, so that's how it is. Let's take a look at SP 500. On the SP 500, now Friday was a swing day, as you know, on the SP 500 last week, I think it was. On the indices, it was mostly Monday and Friday. As you know, I posted it up anyway, so not much to talk about. As you know, whenever the market goes up, we want to be sellers, and this is a deep dive down. All right. So when we go up, we want to be selling it off. Where can you sell off? 4467. Let me just do this. Last week, these were levels where you could have sold off. As you can see, the market went in there. Let me turn this into a 15-minute chart. Once again, this is the support zone. You see where the market picked up on Friday. In any case, we should go up in order to sell. So let's just see where we're going to get up into. Right, let's once again see that. 4467. 4467 is there. This place is not a bad place to sell at Astro Hours. I didn't put the Astro Hours in here, just lined them up like I do. Okay, let's get rid of that. This is your first point of sell. Okay, we'll either sell off here or might do slightly higher up here somewhere, closing the gaps. Okay, maybe there or somewhere, but this is not a bad spot at all. I'm going to get rid of these so we don't get confused. They are done. I gave you these targets last time. Okay. Also at the Astro Hours, it was sellable on Friday. You could have just played it all the way down there. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. Okay. On the weekly, let's see what 58 is. 4468. So I'm going to just put this 4468 here. Okay, as you can see, that's on the weekly. Also, that's the place technical on the daily. That red is 48, which is 4462. 4462 is just up here, which is there. Okay, this is what could happen. 4462. Market could touch there, come down, go higher, sweep this off, and then sell off. And that is what we'd like to see. Okay, that'd be nice to see. So the market comes down, goes back up into an Astro Hour here. It's worth selling here to push down. It's doable. On the monthly, you can see like we're like down. This is why I'm constantly saying when the market goes up, we want to be sellers. And if you were selling last week, the week before, you should have been fine because I gave the levels, as you can see here. That was like a place where to sell off, buy, and now we're looking to sell again. So anytime the market goes up, you're okay to sell off again. And that's basically it. Okay, so that's that. If the market breaks above that, stay back, take a step back. Okay, why? Because then we're going to have to check out some other level, which starts there, and that could be all the way back into 4,493. Okay, so that's what you need to look out for. Just wait for a sec, and then see how things pan out. If it breaks above the weekly, just give it a rest, because then you should want to sell above the 50 line. Okay, and where's that going to be? Well, maybe even on the 50 line there, because that's where the market is. Let's see where that is, or in this zone, all right, which matches that as well. So there you go. All right, so if it breaks above the weekly, daily up here, don't stand in front of it. Just wait for it to sizzle out a little bit, and then we'll see how things pan out, and match price to your time. Don't just jump in. Euro dollar on the weekly. Here we are. Now on the euro dollar, remember we said if it goes up, we're okay to sell. Didn't quite come up all the way in there, but it did touch that zone over there. Okay, so this bar here, just underneath it. Okay, there you go. Just tapped it and then fell off. So no big deal. As you can see, it came right to the Mercury line, because that's a astrological trend line, as you can see. So the market came right in there and bounced off, funnily enough, right on the Mercury line. That is just amazing. Now what to do is this. This is the weekly. We still have a bit of room to go down. Monthly, as you can see, got way down to go down. This is why also with the euro dollar, as the market goes up, I'm always saying what we should sell. So this has still got a bit of room to go up, but now where you can sell is going to be 711, 0711. So that's going to be there. Okay. So that's one level to sell at. And obviously the weekly pivot is definitely a place you can sell off as well. If it comes back up to here, or the weekly pivot, weekly is a good spot. As you can see, this is where they just banged it down. So selling again at the top is not a bad idea. Let's just do this. Oh, sorry, the weekly is here. Sorry, my mistake. They already sold last week. That's Friday. Let's turn this into a 15-minute chart. First of all, I got confused because it's on the 1 hour chart. Let's just move it to 15. All right, here we go. So that's how it is. So this is Friday where they sold off. So this is not a bad place to sell off as well. Okay. But as you can see, we should have a bit of room to go up into that 0711. So if I take a look at the daily, on the daily, we've got this 37, which is 0687. So 0687 is right on the weekly. So this is a resistance place where you can sell with Astro hours, okay, and push it down, because that's an impulse wave market now going sideways, okay. If they sell off from here, come back to the daily into an Astro hour, be careful, because this is a place where they want to like sweep everybody out and keep pushing down. So the market will want to sell at higher levels and sweep out people from last week and those who've got their stop losses up there. So just be mindful on that one. On the weekly, we've got a 43 here, which is nice, 1.07, 34 and 82. 1.07, 34 is right there. This is also a nice place to sell. All right, so at Astro hours, you can sell off these levels. And the last one is 86, which is way up there. Okay, but the market should probably sell before this. All right, 0786. Let's just see. 0786 will just sweep everybody out. So I suspect, okay, selling at one of these levels is like not a bad idea. If you want to go long into pushing into this zone, it's okay. You can do that, not a problem. As you know, the euro dollar had a swing day Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? So this is Friday. And as you can see, it made that low on Friday. Okay, so going up a little bit is not a bad idea. And today, let's see. On the euro dollar, today is also a swing day. So going up into a swing day to sell off is not a bad idea for the euro dollar. Okay. Let's take a look at Dow. Oh, before we do that, where can we head down to? Let's take a look. Weekly HCL1 1.0586, 1.0586 is down there. All right, so this is going to be a zone there. On the daily, we don't have much for value. That's 0430. I suspect before we head in that direction, we should go up a little bit to sell off. So what I would do, 42, that's going to be far out. Yeah, 0464, as you can see, is like it's like staring at us there. But the market should come back lower. Okay, lower. So you can keep the low of last week as a target there. Okay, plus this one. Okay, so we should go up and then we should find a place to sell to push lower into that zone. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. And like I said, if at Astro Hours you want to push it up to test one of these levels, you definitely can, because it should test a higher level before selling off. So at Astro Hours going up, you could at least get profit at here, 06 like 85. You don't have to like really, squeeze it all the way up to 87, but a few pips before you should be able to take also some profits here if you want to scalp the market. So this is why knowing astrology is like good. You can get in here, put a tight stop loss, and just take 1 to 2 straight away. And if it's an Astro Hour, it's like, bingo. Also, there are some planets, like if you know astrology, you can just like pretty much say, oh, well, this works good with euro dollar. So you can keep an eye out for that planet. Now here is Dow Jones. All right, so let me get rid of these. As with all indices, look at that. That's targeting for you. Market touches that. Okay. And then let's see where that was. Oh, there. Probably there. Touching it and then bang down. That's a big push down. Okay. So we still had that level there. It could pretty much go up in there still. If it does, though, I want to be selling off. Let's take a look at the weekly. So now look, the weekly support is 52.35. Okay. Which is 34,489, 34,490. So 34,490. All right, that's your zone there. So this is going to be a target for the market. Okay. If we go up first, you want to sell it off. If you come down first, you want to buy it up. Because it's a weekly level, that's going to be strong. On the upside, you got 60. 35,394, which is like going to be 35,394 is like too far out there. So let's take a look at the daily where we can head into. On the daily, we've got 54, 34,827, 34,827, which is not bad at all. Okay, so this is also a good place to sell off. I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need that. I'm going to get rid of that and that, okay, because they're not on PST level. So what can you do? If the market comes down first, you can go up, okay, and then you should be able to sell off. If it mucks around here before coming up, okay, then you can add an Astra where you can buy to go there, okay, and I would be careful here. Why? Because it's the first sell-off place, as you can see, bang. What they might do, just sweep out the stops and then push down, or they'll take us back up here. That's another level there. You can just sell off. Worst case scenario, the highest there is going to be 35,105. but that's too far out. If it gets to 35,105, it's going to be too far out, which is right there. Okay. And also check out your swing days for the Dow Jones. Okay. So if we come down, we might have like the market going up a little bit more. But if we go up somewhere, guys, we're looking to sell, remember? Okay. So at, like at PST levels, we're looking to sell. Now, last week I said be mindful because when a PST breaks, you don't want to be standing in front of it trying to sell it off. Okay. On the monthly, as you can see, that breakout has happened already on the PST and on the price. So if I make this a little bigger, okay, as you can see, this is why we're looking to sell. Okay, so anywhere the market pushes up, we want to sell to push down, and that's why if it goes up somewhere nice, we can push to sell. Okay, on the daily, we can mark a level, I guess. Well, I already marked this level, as you can see, but the market can do a little higher and then sell off by taking the stops out here. Otherwise, this is all good. Maybe it'll just take the stops out, or maybe it'll just retest the highs of last week and sell off. In any case, though, this and this are going to be your levels. So you got 35,105 and 34,827, and that's basically it. The weekly pivot, daily pivot are natural places, okay? But if the market goes up somewhere, we're definitely looking to sell, okay? Also, selling last week's highs is not a bad idea. So, if the market comes up here into an Astro hour, selling is definitely not a bad idea. Like I said, and I've been saying for ages, if it goes up, we should sell. Now, NASDAQ as well, this is like a beautiful shoot down, as you can see. That was the indecision bar, so the market just did it nicely. And remember, that's the channel tops. I said selling up here is not a bad idea. And if you take a look at that, it's pretty much just below the target there. If I turn this into a 15-minute chart, last week this was also, everything was at Astro hours. It was just like big bang down. Okay, as you can see, it broke the PST levels. Those were our target levels. Market came into the targets and worked out really well. So now what we want to see is the market pushing up in order to sell again. Okay, and a bit of a push up to retest those levels is not a bad idea. So we can find ourselves back at those levels. Let me just get rid of these. Okay. So we have a fresh start. Nice and easy. Now you can do astrology with any kind of technical analysis, whatever works for you. Because trading is a very personal thing, you just do whatever you like. Now the first resistance is 46, 15,230. That's on the daily. 15,230, which is pretty much the daily. But we are on a new week, so a new week, a new weekly level. So let's take a look at the weekly level there. Now this is the weekly on the NASDAQ. A beautiful place to sell off would be the 62 level, which is 15,417. So that is not a bad place, 15,417. 15,417 is right there. Okay, so if we get back in there, selling off is not a bad idea. If the market comes down, breaks up, goes to the weekly, sell here as well. Okay, NASDAQ has a swing day for Monday. So if it comes down first, you want to be a buyer. If it goes up first, you want to be a seller. The place on the weekly is 58, 15,100. So 15,100 is also going to be where the support is. Okay, and that's your daily resistance. That's obviously a weekly spot, and that's a weekly spot there. As you can see on the monthly, we're breaking down already, so we should head towards 14,760. 14,760, as you can see, we've got room to come down. Okay, so yeah, this is a good place to sell. That's a good place to sell according to PSD. So wherever you can look for a sell, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Okay. And it's good to sell on the weekly because they'll sweep these out. Okay. Go up there and then kind of like sell it off. So that would not be a bad spot either. But if it comes down first, okay, be mindful because it'll want to go up before selling again. Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, remember with Bitcoin, I said you should be selling from the highs, and this is our Venus line, as you can see, right? I said no selling here because this is where the market is, but look, it's being tapped in quite a lot, okay? So next time the market comes in here, if it slows down and sticks around and there's not enough reaction, you know this is going to be breaking down. Now, your first resistance for the day is 59, which is 26,833, 26,833. So this is a resistance zone where the market wants to sell off. And also on the weekly, you've got a target of 52, which is going to be 27,736. 27. 736 is going to be up here somewhere. Okay, so that's that. Will it get there? Well, it could. We don't know. Okay, you don't want to be standing in front of a weekly breakout, so let it do what it needs to do. Okay, your support for the week is 43, 25,927. If you want to buy, 25,927 is not a bad place. 25,9. Let's say 25,927 there. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, so mark those levels, and that should be okay. So selling, at these levels at Astro hours is not a bad idea, but like I said, with the weekly, because we've got a breakout, you don't want to stand in front of it. So just let it do what it needs to do. This 27,736 is definitely a hot place to sell off. Okay, if you're trading Bitcoin, it would be good to sell off there, 27,736 zone.